you're doing well. A few years back, I think about a decade back, Marc Andreessen, the guy who founded Netscape and now runs this very successful, powerful uh, venture capital firm A16Z, wrote this seminal article saying how software is eating the world. And what he was referring to was that how all physical services and products were being replaced by software. Think of how iTunes ate music, or Netflix swallowed black blockbuster whole, or Amazon gobbled up the big box bookstores as well as the small retail stores. But I saw this article, which did not really surprise me, which was in an IEEE journal, which talked about now how software is eating the car. Yes, the car. So what does this mean? Actually, this kind of came to, we started realizing that this during the pandemic, when because of the big supply chain crunch of chips or semiconductors, which I have actually written about or talked about a few times, uh, started impacting the car industry. One never thought that a lack of chips will mean less cars produced, but it is anticipated that 4 million less cars were produced than actually needed because of this chip shortage. Now, it's very interesting. 10 years back, IEEE said uh, ultra premium cars, the ones which were really very software enabled, etc., had about 100 microprocessor chips based electronic control units, or ECUs, and they ran about 100 million lines of code. 100 million lines. Today, even a basic Ford truck runs 150 million lines of code. And Deloitte actually estimates that 40% of the cost of a new car is attributable to its electronics, not to its physical goods. And an average car has about 3,000 chips today. And so the success of a car, say experts, depends on the software, much more on the mechanical side. And 90%, almost all, future innovations in a car will actually be in software, not hardware. The other big consulting giant, McKinsey, estimated that external and internal vehicle communication, just the communication between vehicles and within a vehicle, can exceed 25 gigabytes of data in an hour. Safety in a car, meant passing those dummy crash tests. But now the world has changed. It's about making your car hacker proof. With so much software, uh, hackers have started not only hacking your computers or your mobile phones, but hacking your car, which is a frightening thought, because they could then take over your car and make it run anywhere. Repairs is another. Earlier some stuff would go wrong, you would stop at a roadside mechanic, you would kind of tinker with it and make stuff happen. Now that's not true. A windshield, just a mere windshield, contains so much of electronics and circuitry and intelligence that a little crack in the windshield means that you've got to replace the entire windshield with all that electronic wizardry, and so the costs actually go up. And it so happened that sometimes it's cheaper for an insurer to declare the vehicle a total loss rather than replacing a part in it. Now, this has profound implications, obviously, for the car industry. Uh, and the person and the company which has really understood this and profited from it is expectedly Elon Musk and Tesla. Elon Musk built a software defined car concept where the heart was the software and the hardware was bolted on. Unlike conventional cars where the core is the hardware and then the software is kind of bolted on. And Musk borrowed what is called the full stack approach, actually from Steve Jobs and Apple, where he controls the hardware, the software is all in-house, the batteries are built in his gigafactories. He builds the superchargers also and the network of superchargers for his electric cars, manages the repair, manages sales, there are no dealers, and is now actually getting into insuring the car. Perhaps this is why Tesla is valued more than the next five car companies combined, not just because they make great cars, and not only because he has a cult fan following, but he's mastered the new model in which software is taking over a vehicle. You know what I see? I see the car actually becoming like any other device. Yes, a device like your phone or your PC. Um, and Tesla has chosen the full stack Apple approach. So it's like Apple, as I said, but other OEMs will also try the same, but it will not be very possible for them. And so many of them, I think, will become like PC or phone companies. They'll make the hardware, while a few companies like Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Google, the same guys will make the software, the OS or the operating system that will run them. And pretty much like the PC or the phone business, the software guys will eat up all the profits as their software eats up the car. I would love to know what you think of this concept of software eating the car, and look forward to your comments. And I'll learn from them, and I hope that you learn something from this video. Thanks.